welcome to week 4. I wanted to make a little video for you to show the 5 exercises of week 4 to make it easier for you to understand how to do them for yourself at home. So the first exercise of the 5 is the gentle pelvic thrust. And you do this exercise by bending your knees slightly. And the whole movement goes from tilting your pelvis as far as you can backwards, like you're sticking your bum out and sticking your tailbone out as far as you can. And then the movement goes from that position tilted backwards all the way as far as you can to the front. And here it's like you're sticking up with your pubic bone in this direction forward. So it's a very gentle movement. There's no strain or effort in this exercise, and it goes very slowly. So gently, gently, gently moving the pelvis all the way backwards, pushing out with the bum, and then all the way forwards, gently, gently pushing upwards with your pubic bone. And now let's add the breath to this. So breathing in as you're moving backwards. So you can pace the movement with your breath. So one breath in as you're moving backwards, and then breathe out as you're moving forward all the way to the front as you're pushing forward with your pubic bone. And continue like this, breathing in backwards and breathing out on the forwards movement. Gently, gently. And what you'll notice when you're doing this for a little while is that it's like you're starting to loosen up the pelvis. This is such a gentle exercise, but it's still quite powerful. So breathing in on the backwards tilt and out on the forwards tilt. And you can also do this lying down. I'll actually show you how to do this lying down as well if you want to. Like when you're in your bed at night or in the morning, it's easier to do this also while lying on your back. So breathing in on the backwards tilt and out on the forwards tilt. So in and out. Okay, so exercise number 2 is the bum ups, and this is a simple exercise that you probably have done before in a gym setting. So it's the same exercise, but perhaps the focus is a little bit different the way we do it. So we are focusing on strengthening the muscles in the hips, but not only strengthening them, also on waking up this whole area, waking up the aliveness and the connection in the pelvis. So the bum ups go like this, pushing up as high as you can, really push up, 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 up. And you can hold for 10 seconds while you're up here before you come down, but without fully touching the ground again. Go up again, hold 10 seconds. And you can do as many of these repetitions as you want to. So you can also do single ones. And depending on your fitness level, you might only need some of these until you start feeling a bit of a shaking in the hips and you start to feel that, you know, it's getting hot in this area. Or if you're fit, then you'll need more. So you find your own, where your own limit is, and do as much as you need to feel that you've actually really activated these muscles. Okay, so the next exercise, the third exercise, is push-ups. And I don't think I really need to explain anyone how to do push-ups, because you all know that. So anyway, I'm going to show my version. I'm doing it with the knees down. I'm not even doing the proper ones. But, you know, the important thing with push-ups, whether you're doing the full ones or with knees down, is to keep your body flat. Yeah, so the bum is not pointing up, but it's flat like a plank. And then you do your push-ups. So this is how it goes. And depending on your fitness level, you'll do heaps of them, or you won't do many. If you feel that your arms are starting to really get activated and you're really working the muscles, then that's probably enough. So depending on how fit you are, you choose how many you need to do. The exercise number 4, and this is a fun one. So we're leaving now behind this sort of normal looking exercises, and now we're going into the wild and crazy looking ones. So the next one here, you need a pillow. A big fat pillow like this is good, but otherwise, you know, you can even fold up a blanket or something so you have something to lie on. So this exercise is all about opening up your hips, and that's why I'm calling this exercise to fucking the pillow or making love to the pillow, depending on how you feel in the moment. So this is really important because most guys are really stiff and rigid in their hips. So you want to sit so that you actually really have your, you know, your hips wide apart, and you're sitting slightly leaning forward on your pillow so you can support yourself with your arms. And then you want to really first just feel into what it feels like to lie on top. So we want to get really into the hips here and start to do some really nice and juicy hip opening movements. So you can go really, really gently, or you can go faster. So really get into the hips here. So you don't have to go fast, gentle is fine, but see that you can really, you know, not just do the plank man, you know, but really get into moving your hips. You can try all different directions. So the pillow doesn't mind, that's the nice thing. So she's really good for practicing on. And really get into the juiciness of this exercise. So use your breath as well. And you can even make sounds to really get into this practice. It's a nice one to do when you're in bed anyway. And really work those hips. So we want to really open up and make them open and flexible and bring the blood flow and the conscious awareness to this area. So you can go fast if you want. If you have a lot of energy, you can bang away as much as you want on the pillow. And otherwise you can do very, very gentle. Very gentle. You can sit up as well. So try all different positions. Maybe leaning back as well is a good one. So really get into those hips, okay? Awesome. Okay, so let's move on to exercise number 5. So the last and the 5th exercise for week 4 is a slow jam. So slow jam is the slow, groovy, sensual dance. So for most guys, this is something that you might not have done. So it helps to put on some music that you like, but preferably really slow and juicy. And again, you want to really get into the hips. So you can do this at home, maybe when you're doing something else, like in the evening, come back from work, put some music on while you're cooking, maybe have a glass of wine. I don't know if you drink, otherwise just the movement itself will help you to start loosen up and get into your senses and your juiciness. So really play with connecting with your hips. So most guys are not used to that and they think that they can't even move the hips, but you can. So it's just a question of beginning to do this kind of movements and really get into feeling the music, having a little groove. I got this really cruisy jazz in the background. So really use your hips, and as you're doing it at home, it doesn't matter what it looks like, you know. You might think you look silly or, you know, whatever, and that's a great thing. It means that you're actually doing something that's outside of your comfort zone, and you're starting to bring conscious awareness to your hips. So play with it. You can really play with it and become a little bit silly and juicy. If you have a partner, family, perfect to do it with them. Kids love it and your partner will love it too. So get into it, get into the groove and slow jam. So really use the hips and really feel as you do it. So don't become mechanical, really feel what's happening inside your hips as you're starting to bring awareness to this area of your body. And remember to breathe. Allow your breath to go down into the belly so you can feel everything. And play with it. It's meant to be a fun, playful exercise, this one. And you can try different music. Different music will bring out different parts of you, different energies will come forth with different music. So that's it. That's the 5 exercises of week 4. So good luck, get into it. If you have any questions, let me know. Okay.